prosper. So, yeah. And we made it through the week again. Hey. Cheers to the weekend. Hey. We made it through the week again. It don't matter if you're struggling. Hey. Cheers to the weekend. Hey. TGIF. Hey. Thank God for Friday. Hey. And we made it through the week again. Hey. Made it through the week again. Hey. It don't matter if you're struggling. Hey. It don't matter if you're struggling. Yeah. Cause you made it through the week again. Hey. Cause you made it through the week again. Yeah. And we made it through the week again. Hey. Hey. And we made it through the week again. Hey. TGIF.
Whoa. I gotta back out of there
Okay.
now.
The spirit
So
moving
we
over
don't get
here.
the message out. Because the message will not get out this
You
morning.
turned up.
Right?
And cheers to the weekend.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you're struggling, because we made it through the week again. What's up, tribe?
Trying to release some of that. That was a whole lot of fire.
Yeah, I got a lot going on right here.
Yeah. We done blew the candle. We done put the candle done went out.
I blew the candle on automatically,
For real.
and I couldn't find a lighter anywhere, and I didn't want to interrupt you.
I don't know where our lighter at.
I had it right here, and I thought you moved it. I can't find it.
Well, we're going to get into a
Spirit said
message.
the candle's out, okay?
Candle is out.
Okay, the fire is not
We're
lit
going to get
this
to the
morning.
message. That's what we're going to
Okay.
do.
So hope you guys are doing well, in positive energy and attracting the life you desire, because it's your birthright. Okay, if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. We come through every morning with divine messages for you guys. Take the message how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, run the video up. Share the video out, okay?
I got a small download. It's on a positive, real positive note, real powerful note. I want to talk about what's more powerful than a prayer, right? Because we say prayer is good, prayer works, prayer is all these wonderful things. But it's one more energy that's more powerful than even a prayer.
What's that?
Even the most technical prayer,
What's
right?
that?
And you know what it is called? It's called a cry.
Come on, man.
We got to learn how to cry.
Cry.
When you read through all the holy books, right, it speaks about the cry of man, right? Particularly in the book of Enoch, because we know about the cries in the Bible. But I'm going to tell you about a different cry and what a cry does to the essence of God and what we consider God to be. Because, see, when you cry out, a cry comes from a place where you have now decided you don't even know what God really is. That's what a cry is. A cry is total surrender.
You know, what you say? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
A cry is the energy of I'm at the end of my wit. Everything that I know is exhausted. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, right? When you get to that place and you cry, in every holy book that you read, when men and women did that, God did like this. It turns the energy of heaven, not only God, but heaven, not God, but heaven. Everything about what you consider to be heaven, when you cry, it reaches that and turns it directly in your favor. I heard Dr. Miles Monroe say, a single cry changed his whole destiny. One cry out changed his whole destiny. But one particular cry that I want to talk about was when the Raphaim, the Nephilim, the Anakim, the giants, when they ran the world, when they was in power, you know all them structures that they don't know how they got built and all of that. They built them, right? All you gotta do is do a little spiritual investigation, tap in, and you'll understand they built them. So at one time, y'all, in this land, all of the giants and the Anakim, all of the people that people worship, you know, one time these races of people, they consumed the whole land as we know it, and they begin to eat humans. They fed off of humans, right? And at that point, the book of Enoch says that man cried out, right? And it went over top of even the archangels and moved. So I say that to say that the power of your cry, right, is even more powerful than the technology in your prayer. So learn how to cry out, right? Forget what you know, cry out, right?
It made me think of, I was about to have an outburst because as soon as you said it, all I heard was Yolanda Adams. So I'm crying out to you.
Oh, yeah.
Asking for your guidance, especially today. When my world seems so cloudy, Lord, you got
I was about to say
guide me until I'm sure.
Yeah.
I totally got
them
that
cries
wrong.
though. Get your cry game together.
Shout out
and
to
the
you.
last download before we tap into the cards is this. Spirit says we gotta stop sending the demon through our intentions. It's called the energy of Maleficum.
Yeah.
I did a series on Maleficum when we first started, and Maleficum is an energy that we often send, and we send it through our intentions. So make sure that you intentional. You reset your intentions from time to time. Just check yourself out and make sure that your intentions haven't changed, because when you misalign your intention, it causes big blocks and delays and all of that, because your intentions is no longer set. So realign your intentions and be careful what we send through our intentions. Like, if the old heads used to say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all then, right? And on a spiritual level, like, let that go past the physical to the spirit. If you don't have nothing nice, then stay out of somebody's energy, because you don't want to be the person that's sending that maleficum, right? Because what we get out, what we put out, we gonna get back.
Sevenfold.
We gonna get that back. Ain't no way around it, right? That's why a lot of people laying prostrate praying to God, and God is turned to them. He won't hear them, because the fact that that a lot of people are getting back what they put out. So at that point, your prayer go on deaf ears, I guess. I don't know. I'm not God, you know what I'm saying? But I know that there's a lot of people, they laying prostrate in the pool of their own iniquity. So, let's watch our intention.
Purr. Okay.
Yep.
Morning. Where you guys at? Where you guys from? What's up, tribe? That look like a lot.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's a good testimony, Judge Micah.
What does
That's crazy.
what?
Family funny videos. Georgia, okay.
I think you got
Georgia.
It wouldn't be right if somebody don't do that though.
I know, like.
So if somebody ain't doing it, I'll be concerned.
That ass balance. Where y'all from? Thought in the box.
You got a Georgia peach?
Georgia.
The Georgia peach. She said, yeah, I got the Georgia peach. I see them hearts. Let's eat her cornbread. What Clarissa?
No, don't get scared now, family funny videos. Don't get scared. Don't see them calls. They are so sorry. Cut it out. Cut the crap this morning.
I'm a belt to your butt.
You from Iowa, Just Micah? Thank you, Just Micah. We appreciate you. Energy feels authentic.
High vibes.
High vibrational energy.
Okay.
Appreciate your testimony right there, right? It looks
thanks.
good right there.
You know?
I hope y'all still friends. Happy day, Miss Keisha.
Happy day.
Hey, Tiff in the background.
Hey, Tiff. And cheers to the weekend. We got 11/11 coming out. High vibes. Okay? I like this. This is good energy. This is change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, and high vibes. I definitely feel like good news is on the horizon. Now, I ain't here to tell you about to get no lottery check or, you about the publisher's clearinghouse, none of that, When I say good news, I feel like, everything I talk about most of the time is going to be spiritual. I feel like there's good news coming in. And I feel like, it's for the work that you've been doing. It feels good when, you clean up, when you were a child and you clean up your room really good. And then, your parent comes in or your guardian comes in and, your room is very clean and you get the compliment. So you come in from school with the A on your test, right? It's like, good vibes. I feel like there's good energy and good news coming in. You could be hearing good news about a test that you've taken. I don't know if you could be in school. I don't know if you passed a spiritual test. Maybe someone, came in and tested you recently. You could have been tested and maybe you didn't even know you were going through a test, but someone's passed. There's high vibes here. It says, work with what you have and you will get places. Count your blessings. Acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. Yeah, I feel like there's really good energy. I feel anxious, to be honest with you. I feel like I can feel something coming towards me and I'm feeling like, I don't know, I want to go towards it. We got 11/11 with high vibes. This could be your birthday, November 11th. And it says, what is planted in your soul will sprout. Plant seeds, dedication to your work is rewarded. Yeah, I told you someone's getting something for something you've been doing here.
Man.
Okay? This is only because you've been doing some work here and someone's bitter about this. Okay? We got bitterness, resentment, anger, and hurtful words. Someone could be like saying things negative about you or towards you because something good is coming in for you. Okay. I feel like it's very important for us to remain optimistic because, being pessimistic right now is going to probably put your mind in a frenzy because you already have a projected energy being thrown towards you, which is bitterness, resentment, anger, and hurtful words. So there's a person that's not doing so well, and you could be feeling little pieces of this energy, but it's not you because whatever you've been planting is what's sprouting in your energy here.
That's right.
Okay. Now I'm talking to people that have been putting in real work, right? I'm talking about people that have been getting down in the dirt and planting the seeds, like that kind of energy. It's something about joy and communication. You could be receiving a phone call or a letter with some kind of good news. There's a message here. Okay. This could even be just something that comes, an aha moment. You can have an aha moment about a situation that has gone on. Maybe there's someone looking for an answer to a question and you already know what you're looking for. Sometimes we look for things outside of ourselves that we already have. Sometimes we are the only ones with the answer. Sometimes you can go to, the best reader. You can go run here, run there. But sometimes the only way to get the proper answer is to go inside, We can't always plug into those outside sources to get what we need inside. So it's something like that. Don't allow bitterness, resentment, anger, or hurtful words to knock you off your path. Someone's at a crossroad here. I'm seeing a railroad. I don't know if you live by a railroad, you crossed over the railroad tracks this morning, something significant about the railroad. It could have stopped you on your way to work. You could have been fussing because you were late. Whatever it is, I'm seeing something about this railroad and, it's because someone needs a minute to figure out we're at a crossroad. Which way do we go from here? Something like that. Because there's one road to high vibes to the right. And then there's this road to bitterness on the left. So someone has to make sure they pick and choose their battles wisely here.
So take it from Aunt Uhav when I tell you this. If the devil was winning, we wouldn't be here.
Come on.
So like Sister I said, God winning.
God winning.
God winning, right? Just remember that. Because somebody, you might be questioning that, right? God winning, right? And remember she was saying, you're about to get some news. I feel the projection, but it feels real good in this energy. And it says secrets emerge, right? And this was the footnote says. In the rhythm of cycles, the hidden is unveiled. Await the reveal with an open heart and mind. You know, I really feel like this is about somebody, you beginning to find out more about you. And this is what's emerging. It's you. Ain't that crazy? In this energy, right? And that's the bitterness that you feel being projected towards you, because when you find different parts of you that you didn't even know was there, imagine how people who stood on the fence with you feel. Because now, like, you know that MC Hammer song, I'm like, I can't touch this. You can't touch this, right? It's that kind of energy where I know it's funny, right? I'm humorous, so you gotta bear with me. But what I'm saying is a real message, right? Somebody, the fact that you are awakening and it's real childlike, what I feel. Like it's like that aha moment is like, wow, I didn't know that I could do that. I didn't know I could feel that, right? Somebody, even your intuition, you like, somebody, you could even have a different relationship with animals, like butterflies in particular. Like you could really be in the mode of like, because the veil is very thin. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day, a mantis code flew on my hand while I was reading, and my energy was so still, it wasn't even shocking. I mean, it was the biggest mantis I ever seen, right? But I feel like somebody, you could also be going through this newness that we all going through. It's self-discovery. But it's different because the veil is very thin now. So you got a bunch of people around the world waking up. And when that happened, everybody began to be like, oh nah, it's more. And the more that you know that it's more, the more you open up to you, secrets emerge, right? And it says sorrow heals, right? In the heartaches, shadow growth awaits. Let pain refine, not define you, as brighter days are promised. And this is exactly what somebody doing. You have transmuted this bitterness that's over here, this hurtful words. Remember the maleficum I was speaking about, the energy that's being sent towards you? Maybe it had you in a place of sorrow. But see what a lot of your enemies, spiritual enemies, whatever kind of enemies, people that, you know, entities, whatever we have that are, what these things didn't realize is what goes on in the shadow is a great amount of healing when we allow it, right? And somebody, you got that. That's arithmetic on a spiritual level. It's like I got all this pain that I can't transmute. Maybe you cry out like I did. But whatever you done, you transmuted it. It allowed your heart to heal. This is tapping you deeper into yourself. This is a lot of self-discovery, right? So I feel like, and it could be overwhelming. You could be crying a lot.
You know, I can feel it in my core.
You could find yourself crying, right? And it's not out of nowhere, right? It's self-discovery, right? Desert of isolation. I know this is self-discovery. This is the last card. Traverse the desolate spaces of solitude to uncover reflections and resilient survival. You see how much self-discovery is going on? This is a card of isolation. I've never seen a person find themselves like they do when you isolate it. When you isolate it and you get by yourself, not even necessarily disconnecting from people. I'm talking about when you learn how to shut you off, and you learn how to hold your energy, and you learn how to learn what's yours and what's not. You learn how to simply put a bubble around yourself. That kind of isolation. It allows you to learn you, right? So I feel like somebody, you know, your journey is full right now.
I like that. Your journey is full. You know, that's a very good energy. I just heard Caitlin. I got 12/21 coming out. This could be your birthday. You could be a Sag in the energy. Okay? It says taking action. I also got thinking showing up here for us. And then it says, we got the hot air balloon. Okay? And it says, you have seen my descent. Now watch my rising. Breakthrough, success, overcoming all obstacles. Yeah, someone's having a breakthrough here. Okay? Someone's going through self-discovery, a breakthrough, you know? Someone is finally figuring this thing here called life out, you know? It's like, wow, okay? This is what it's all about. You could have been thinking life was all about one thing, but you could be learning that it is totally different. You could be really having a different outlook on life, you know? You could be appreciating life a lot more, because some of us, we didn't appreciate life at one point. You know, we were doing things to damage our temple, you know, because our body is our temple, right? So we were doing things that were low vibrational, not really paying attention, you know, to our body, right, that we need here in the physical to go on and do the work. So I feel like, you know, someone's mind is just better. You could be thinking cleaner, okay? Because we do have thinking here, and it says missing you, craving, and desiring, okay? Now, it's crazy because, you know, it says you're taking action. We got 1221 over here with taking action, and then we have thinking. It's very important for someone to keep moving. You could be having thoughts come up, and it's fine. It's normal, you know. But what you don't want to do is allow yourself to be consumed in certain thoughts here. You know, this is the season where we should be moving, taking action, right? You know, as the weather is about to change and, you know, the seasons are changing, it's very important to take, you know, to take action right now in this season right here. Okay. Now there is someone that's missing you here, but I get it. You know, there could be someone who had literally watched you descent, right? And now they have to watch you rise. Maybe someone didn't believe that you could ever get back and rise up to the top, you know? Maybe someone gave up on you right when things got tough. If they would have just, you know, hung in there a few more minutes, a couple more moments, you know, one more fight, I don't know, whatever it is, something like that. Someone could have had, you know, needed a little bit more fight, but there's a breakthrough for another person.
You know, I feel like somebody gave up on a version of you that you gave up on.
There it is.
So you see how it cancels out? It's like, I didn't know who I was. I'm like that too, you know? At one time, I lived my life in a way because I didn't know who I was.
Right.
Once I found out who I was, I gave up on that version of myself. That's true. So I learned not to hold people. I don't hold hostility against people who gave up on me because I gave up on that version of me. I don't blame them for giving up. And that's how we forget.
That's right.
That's accountability. That's big. That creates space.
I love that.
They gave up on the version of you that you gave up on.
And I love that because, you know, with 1221 coming out, it says self-realization. Someone is coming into realization of self, you know, for once. Like, you know, I finally realized who I am, even with my flaws, right? Because I know at one point, a lot of us, we did not want to look at the bad parts of ourselves, but now we understand that the light and the dark go together. But guess what? The dark can't comprehend the light, right? So the light is always going to overshine the darkness. If you focus on your mind like that, then you'll win. It's something about that. Movement, you could be needing to move more, taking a walk. Maybe you need to incorporate a 5-minute walk in the beginning of your day, on your lunch break, maybe at the end. You know, walking can really put you into a meditative state, right? You ever throw them headphones on, right, and go outside and just walk, right? It really allows your mind to just be free, looking at the trees and the different birds, the different people outside, the children on the bikes or whatever. You know, sometimes we just have to take it back to the basics in life. We get so wrapped up in everyday life that we forget to do the things that really put us at peace, the things that money can't buy. Something like that. It's time to implement long cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. It doesn't say you have to go look for it. It doesn't say that you got to chase it down. But it says that these things are headed your way. That's important, okay? Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust the process. How many of you guys, how easy is it for us to really trust? Okay. Sometimes, we say we trust, we have faith, we believe, but when it's time to just take action and not really see any results, can we still go? Can we still move? Are we still motivated? Right? Because, a lot of us, when we don't see anything happening behind the motion, we give up. We think it's not working. We want results right away. You go to the gym one day, you don't got a flat stomach, you give up. I ain't never going to have a flat stomach. Right? That's the things we do. I mean, that's what I used to do. Right? Those kind of things. Right? But no, this ain't working. Right? I drank water one day and, because some people don't even like water. I don't know, but yeah, taking action. I don't know where that came from. Taking action, okay, is very important right now. When you're at the bottom, the only thing you can do is go to the top. It's like you can't go any lower. That's how I always looked at my life. When I felt like I was at the bottom, I'm like, okay, Lala, you're here. Okay, you've cried about it. Now, what can you do? Because it's like I can't sink myself into the ground anymore. I got to rise above. So I feel like that's what's happening right now. Your mind could be really racing. I'm here. My mind's playing tricks on me. Don't allow your mind to play tricks on you. This is winning season. As long as you're taking action, then you'll see results. And remember, sometimes results don't come right away.
Okay, so I love it. Like, I love it here, right? Remember, first we got secrets are emerging about you. And now we got learning secrets, right? So somebody, big self-discovery energy over here, right? Stay open-minded and receptive as you uncover hidden truths and embrace the lessons that they offer. All this is coming out of you. Hidden truths. One hidden truth that I feel somebody embracing, and I feel like it's strong. I feel like right now, you beyond the blame part. You're not blaming nobody. You actually mature to a level where you looking back and saying like, okay, I was the problem in that. Okay, it was me. Okay, that was me. Wow, that was me, right? Because that's what happened when you truly transform. Once you start transforming, you can really see how ill you were. Like, like how ill-minded you were. Because if you didn't get to the point where you got those kind of reflections, it's growth, much growth to do. You got to be able to see how ill you were before you started transforming. This is a secret you learning about yourself, and it's going to help you grow. Because what it help us do, we definitely, once we can see ourselves and we can accept that it was us who was ill, we definitely not going to be that going forward, right? And this card says going forward, right? Going forward. Don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. Right along the lines of what I'm saying, right? The past is the past. Like, real talk. Like I said, you gave up on that version of you in the past. So the people that gave up on you in the past, just learn how to chalk it up. Guess what the universe has for you? A whole array full of new people. It's called Soul Tribe. Destiny. When you step into destiny, things become odd and mysterious, right? It's like, this changes, that changes. You over here now. How did I get over here? This is where your destiny lives. And I know it to be true because there's only one tarot card that fell out, and it don't even belong out here, and it's the Nine of Cups.
Wow.
Wish fulfillment. Wow. Somebody you're fulfilling destiny. And I feel like powerful destiny, past life destiny. Everybody don't make it to this point. The Bible speaks about predestination. Predestination is what's determined about you before you born into a vessel. It's in the Bible.
Your purpose.
Predestination. So during predestination, we make agreements with the divine order of things about this life we gonna live. And everybody don't reach Nine of Cups because it's a sifting that goes on. Everything that you go through, you truly agreed to go through it. Now, whether you live up to your agreement, that's where we have. But somebody you're not you not fumbling the bag no more. You going forward with destiny. So forgive and forget. Don't forget. Forgive, don't forget. But forgive. Forgive is that's giving you. You understand? Forgiving is giving you. It's giving. It's giving much opportunity. In your forgiveness lies your greatest opportunity. You letting go of the past and you going forward. And then it says carried away. And I love this for somebody. Because that's what we want to be. Like the Bible says, carried away in spirit, right? It says, let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. This is self-love.
Come on.
All day, self-discovery, right? And this is spirit saying, allow yourself to be carried away, right? That means that it's going to be bitterness, it's going to be resentment, it's going to be hurtful words, it's going to be misunderstandings, it's going to be all of that, right? But Spirit said it don't matter. Be carried away in a romantic moment, which is self-love and self-discovery.
I love this, you know. I heard Amanda. We have only you. I like this. Devoted, attached, crave. Okay, only you. We got number 16 coming out with recovery. And then I got the magnifying glass and it says, look for the answers inside your question. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth. And I said this earlier. I said that there's a question that, you know, only you can answer. You know, you have to plug into self to get this particular answer here. So we got the magnifying glass. And it's crazy, you know, when I look at this energy, I see a person, you know, recovering from being codependent, from always needing outside sources when everything you needed was always inside of you, you know. Someone's finally learning that, you know. Someone's finally learning that only you have the key to unlock the things, those compartments inside of you that have been hidden, right? Something like that. You know, I feel like there's someone very devoted to recovery here, to healing. There's a person that understands that in order to heal other people, because that is what you desire to do, that's the thing that really makes your heart smile, it requires you to heal. So there's someone on the road to recovery here. There could be someone literally in recovery, in a recovery home or something like that. Yeah. Okay. It says, it is confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it is also encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit you and the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. And, you know, that's kind of like your gift will just make a way for you. You know, not necessarily wanting you to go around and look for money, but, you know, everybody has a spiritual gift. We all have spiritual gifts. Whether we use them or not is up to us. Whether we recognize them or not is up to us. But we do all have spiritual gifts, and how they work is our gifts go together. See, you may have a gifted voice, and maybe you sing, and maybe your words are healing, right? That's a healer. You know, maybe I use my voice in this way to heal someone with my words, right? Maybe my husband uses sound like David did with his harp, and my husband uses his drum, right, to heal people when he's making beats, right? But whatever it is, it's recovery here, you know. And someone has enormous potential, you know. That's a whole lot of potential. You could be feeling very creative right now, but I feel like, you know, make sure you have all your ducks, all your eggs. Don't put all your eggs in one basket is what I'm hearing. That's what it is. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? I know, like, you know, you could be feeling, I don't know if you're a Sagittarius, because we do have 11/11 out here, but you know, that energy of impulsiveness is here. You know, when you feel so creative, it's like, because I'm seeing someone tapping into the creative aspect of their mind. And when that happens, sometimes you want to do everything. And when you want to do everything, sometimes we don't get anything done. So it's very important to find that thing, latch onto it, and get it done, because it is time to take action here. Okay? You could be very devoted to, you know, doing the work. You could be very attached to just, wanting to be positive and to recover, potential, service, and recovery, adaptability.
Congratulations, Erica. I wanted to say that's good business, and that's right.
Period.
Right, you got the right mindset.
I like that.
Absolutely.
Look, and it's 16-16. 6.
Like I said, over here, it's just, this whole reading I'm hearing a lot about self, recovery, right? Recovery over here, because somebody literally, I'm hearing them say, you really got your soul back. Your soul was displaced.
Yeah.
You could have been in a real bad situation from a soul standpoint, and somebody, you went and got that. So that's strength. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of strength to recover one's soul. So walk upright and walk, like you said, been clean. Anybody that's clean for 6 years, that's you recovered your soul back in your recovery, right? And kudos to you for that. I felt that as a powerful testimony. It felt a lot of sincerity behind what you say, right? Now, over here, we got ignite creation, harness innovation, fuel imagination, and witness manifestation as answers unfold in your journey of discovery, self-discovery. Planning phase, ignite creation and plan phase. So now that you woke up and now that you know how you gotta grow now. You can't stay where you at. You gotta ignite your creation and plan it. You gotta plan from this place now. Not, so this is different because you can't incorporate the old schematics into your new plans. This is a planning phase for you. Take a step back and plan necessary steps to move forward so you may reach and turn your goals into a reality. I'm going to give somebody a warning because I wish somebody would have gave me a warning. When you at this new place and you're in your planning phase, the old things don't work. Don't let the devil convince you that you could put an old screw. You could just put that old part in this new fixture and it'll hold up. That's going to be the weakness in your new fixture. Whatever you building, if you bring something old and you stick it in there, when you done building, that old part, that's going to be the place where your structure come apart at because it's not meant to be in your planning phase. Like, you got to let the old things truly pass away, right? New things, like she said, they headed your way. It's called the power of attraction. We will attract the things that we need. Once we truly change our dynamic, you can't help but to attract new things that you need. Because the old things, they not compatible with your energetic field no more. Your signature changes. Your energetic signature, it changed. So the old stuff, it ain't even compatible, right? And walk unscathed. You are fortunate. A trap was laid out for you. But you were too smart to fall for it. I just said somebody recovered their soul, so really feeling like you escaped the Ten of Swords energy, right? You are fortunate. A trap was laid out for you. And you were too smart to fall for it. So be thankful that God equipped you with abilities, foresight, intuition. People that don't have intuition don't escape traps that were set for them. They not smart enough. You need intuition to be able to do that. So somebody, thank God that you have that. Thank God that you have that foresight, that insight, and don't take it for granted. It's like, I'm feeling like sometimes God allow us to see our way out of stuff, and then we get through it, and then because ain't nothing shaking fast enough, we be like, man, what good am I? First of all, you was good enough to dodge this unfortunate trap that was laid out for you. So you gotta give yourself credit for that. And your downtime, when you feeling like you lazy and you unproductive, understand, do what Carl Jung suggested. Take your laziness and your indecision and turn it into your observation. And be determined that I'm going to move, right? In midst of all my procrastination, delays, anxieties, and all of that, oh, I'm going to move, right? Because then you turn it into observation. Your brain works. Even when you think you lazy, you can force your brain to work in a way that'll benefit you. Don't let the laziness of your body kill the fluidity of your thought process. You can think your way out of laziness. You can think yourself happy. But that's what we do. We let our immediate feeling dictate the strength. Your brain is strong enough. And remember, when you feel like that, remember that an unfortunate trap was set for you and you were smart enough not to fall for it. Give yourself some credit, right? That's real.
It's crazy. Maybe you were a person that, like, you know, you could have been like very sexual at one point. You know, I mean, you know, that's just what it is, right? Could have been very sexual at one point. Maybe you just looked at everything on the surface. You know, we're humans, so, you know, we like things that look nice, right? So I get it, right? But I feel like, you know, there's something here, and, you know, you be feeling energy from individuals, because I feel like your judgment is no longer cloudy. We got cloudy judgment here, illusions, unbalanced, and distorted. And because you have, like, you know, you have removed illusions from you, I don't know, I feel like this is another energy. Okay.
Might have been you at one time.
Could have. I feel like it could have been you.
Reverse.
You know, I really feel like it was us at one time with cloudy judgment. But I feel like now you can see people, illusions. You know, you can see things that are distorted, and, you know, you see the imbalance in things. You know how sometimes we used to go into situations and we, you know, we could see, but then we act like we can't see, but then we maybe really couldn't see, but now we can really see. It's like that, you know? Because, yeah, it says anything you lose comes around in another form. Opportunity, choices, and transformation. This is how I know that, you know, like, something over here is still an illusion. You know, this could be the energy of, you know how you get yourself together for real? Like, you're really putting in work, and then here comes the enemy with, I miss you. What you doing? Hey, big head. What's up? Whatever. You know, or here comes, you know, an old way. Hey, come do me again. Come, hey, you know, you got the water bottles starting to look like alcohol bottles because you don't drink no more. Look like it's talking to you, and you looking at it, and, you know, all these different things are happening. But it says anything you lose comes around in another form. Opportunity, choices, and transformation. Your judgment is no longer cloudy, and I know this to be true. The reason I know this is because we have the quad 8 showing up. 8, 8, 8, 8. Forward movement. Okay? So it's like no matter how much the energy wants you to go backwards, God says forward movement. Okay? Something like that. You know, we're going forward here. You know, we can't go backwards. Your story goes forward. You know, you turn the pages in your book. You go forward. You know, you count, you know, it goes forward. Something like that. It says innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills, and goals. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your task. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time.
Let's go.
Okay? I receive.
Let's go.
You know, it says the most tremendous success comes from passion. And it says that, you know, keep going. Support is coming your way. So even if you can't see the support, You know, you may not even feel the support. It says that support is already on the way. And I believe that because, you know, God hears our cries, our prayers. You know, when He knows the things that we need, He knows what we're trying to accomplish. And if it goes with the purpose, then it will be, you know, in alignment. You know, things will work. When it doesn't work, it could be that, you know, it's not meant to work. And we have to realize that as well. You know, cloudy judgment. That's when the illusions are gone, right? You know, if something, I keep trying and it just won't work. Well, maybe it ain't supposed to work. You know, that's when it's no longer an illusion. When we're not trying to force things, but we understand that things are divinely planned already, you know, according to how they should be. So forward movement is here. Keep going forward. I feel like, you know, you can see very clearly, you know, that's just what it is.
You know, a lot of y'all should just really, really be grateful and thankful. And I gotta say this. My last card was walking unscathed, right? Now, how does a person walk away from a trap that was laid out for them, right? And then walk unscathed, like nothing even happened to you you know, not what was planned. Some of you, you know, people had intentions for you to be unalived, right? Maybe not in a violent way, but maybe people were watching you spiral down and they were encouraging it, right? A lot of times we have those friends that don't have the same destiny that we have. And what happens is we get to linking with them. They do things that they can afford to do because their destiny may not be what yours is. So being associated with them, you could have been out indulging too much. Next thing you know, you're not built for what they built for. Your body might can't handle it. See how people set traps for you? It seems like it's like a rockabye baby, right? So somebody, you got the feather of hope and saving grace. That's God in there. God in there, right? Grace and hope. And I think that maybe it's time for you to start realizing that it's a lot of supernatural things that surround your life. And take your mind off of what you can see and what you can comprehend. Lean out of your understanding. Look deeper. Like, investigate what I'm saying. Who are you linked to that could have set out a plot for your destruction? For your unaliving? Who was watching your spiral? Think about it. Who was watching you spiral, right? Who may have even thought it was funny when you spiral? Who did God reveal to you that it was? Well, you have to take God at His word. And you got to know that grace and hope, mercy, all of that energy, that's what saved you. Because maybe it follows you all the days of your life and you don't realize it. Somebody, you got to realize, right? Saving grace and feather of hope, that's big destiny, right? So it's up to you to lock into it. That's the only thing I can advise somebody, right? Lock into what, you know, like everybody, this don't fit everybody. So if you hear, you know what I'm talking about, right? You definitely escaped something that was meant. And you know you got away from it. And you know that God did it. So don't play around with your own understanding and let yourself convince yourself otherwise. You be out here choosing the wrong path. That's right. Saving grace, feather of hope. Tap into it.
Tap into your energy.
And dream weaver, right? So, again, astral travelers, I see y'all, you know. I heard somebody said they had a cherubim in their dream. That's like Raguel. He used to be in our dreams, right? Angels be in your dreams sometimes. But yeah, you know, on another level, like this reading was about self-discovery, and I like it. So continue on. Again, your journey is full, but it's the 9 of Cups. It don't get no fuller. It's what your soul desire, boy. Girl.
You're protected. Divine protection. You're on a mission. You've been chosen. Hey, hey, hey. Divine protection. Hey, you're on a mission. Hey. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining our live. Thank you for all of your love, all of your interaction. Thank you for your energy. It's your energy. Energy. Everybody loves your energy. It's your energy. Energy. I said it's all about your energy. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you guys, for showing up all week. Okay? It's Friday. Enjoy today. Continue to embrace self-discovery. I am bold. I am courageous. I am the best version of myself. Okay? I am in my best health. I am feeling good today. Hey, and every day is a good day. Hey. 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 It's a good day. Hey. Hey. Thank you guys. Okay? If you haven't already, we ask that you subscribe to the page so that you can get more videos like this one. If you would like to contribute to our channel, all of our information is on the page. It helps us make more dope videos like this one. We love you guys, and we're elemental beings. We catch you next time. Hey. Hey. Cheers to the weekend. Hey. Made it through the week again. Hey. Don't matter if you're struggling. Hey. We made it to the weekend. Hey. We made it to the weekend. Hey. TGIF. Hey. Hey. Thank God for Friday. Hey. And we made it through the